On today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 8, Obi Wan Kenobi. Based on Obi Wan Kenobi's appearance from Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith. This is actually a pretty good-looking figure. I kind of chuckled to myself, though, because like the top corner, I don't know what's going on with why they decided to go with this Obi Wan Kenobi face. He's very disgruntled, or he smells something he doesn't care for. But needless to say, we'll bring the camera back a little bit here. Obi Wan Kenobi comes with a lightsaber. Doesn't look like he comes with anything else, mind you. And we flip around the back of the package. Obi-Wan is forced to battle his friend Anakin Skywalker in a devastating lightsaber duel after Anakin turns to the dark side. "I have failed you, Anakin," says Obi-Wan Kenobi. Unfortunately, a very forgettable lightsaber battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's just much like the prequels, just over the top. Simple is best. I know Lucas, who watches my videos, would probably not care to hear that, but George, simple is best. You can visit starwars.hasbro.com to check out other things Star Wars related. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Star Wars, The Black Series number 8, Obi Wan Kenobi. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. Immediately out of packaging, you are treated to his one lone accessory, and that is his lightsaber. The lightsaber does have a removable beam blade, something that Spot learned actually when we were looking at the Yoda. So if you want to have Obi-Wan holding just the hilt, you can do that as well, or you can add the beam, of course, and have Obi-Wan dueling. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think we had a Black Series Anakin Skywalker from Episode 3 as well, so obviously if you want to have the two displayed, you probably would want to have Obi-Wan holding his extended lightsaber. Paint, for as small as a piece it is, he does have nice silver, black, and gold treatment to the lightsaber. As well, oops, try not to knock Obi-Wan down. As well, there is, if you want to just remove this, there's a hole actually right on his belt that you can take the lightsaber. And there's a little peg, you see that right there? A little peg. And that can clip right into his belt, just like that. Good way to display him if he's not using his lightsaber. Of course, there's no real place to store this. This would just stay on the shelf or somewhere like that, but at least displaying it, it looks pretty good having it just on his belt. And then, you know, he can use his force and then grab it into his hand. Putting the lightsaber to the side as well as the beam. Actually, one thing we could do, let's get the lightsaber back. Spot just had change of mind while we were looking at that. I'm just going to put it into his hand, just so you guys can see. The only thing with the hand, though, is because he's got that peg, you can't do a simple slide through. You have to kind of just move the fingers ever so slightly. You have Darth Vader. You have Obi-Wan Kenobi with his lightsaber. So taking this out of his hand, it does sit a little loose, yeah, unfortunately. But as it goes for the figure, figure's pretty good actually. The Star Wars Black Series figures, you're getting a 6-inch scale figure versus 3 3/4 like we would normally get with Star Wars figures in the past. But above and beyond that, you get yourself a great sculpt, and you get a pretty articulated figure as well. When it comes to his face, let's bring the camera in. Obi-Wan's face, though being a little shiny, is pretty good. It's a good representation of Ewan McGregor. It'd be Obi-Wan in Episode 3, so he's got a little more of the grays going on. Shorter hair than Episode 2. It's a look that would carry over, I think, pretty seamlessly to how he looked in Episode 4. Obviously just older and more grays. But it's a good-looking figure. And I also just realized, I think this is the second review where Spot has said seamlessly, and that's not even a word. I think it's seamlessly. Seamlessly? I don't know. You guys will let me know down below. His robe is different. It's a mixing of mediums. The reason why I say that is because for the most part he is all plastic in his torso, and he's got plastic on the front. Seamlessly. I know it's not even a word. But underneath it though, he's got like a fabric skirt. Odd that they would mix this with like really everything else. I know they probably put the fabric in there just so he can move his legs. Because I mean it does allow for a lot of movement in the legs, but it is a little, it blends, but then when you do kind of start feeling it, you're like, oh, that's odd that the bottom skirt is fabric and everything else of course is plastic. The sculpt overall is pretty good. I got a big splotch of paint, I don't know why, but a little quality bit of paint on the back of Obi-Wan there. Rest of the figure though is nice. Would have preferred maybe not so much a shiny face on Obi-Wan, but it's not to say that it's with every single figure. It might just be this particular figure. I guess too, he doesn't really have a lot of color. This particular Obi-Wan is more paler, and like his overall Jedi outfit is a lot lighter. Not really a lot of browns going on, and he's got the lighter browns in his boots. A little bit of brown going on the underneath of his Jedi robe. For the most part, he's really just mostly beige. When it comes to Obi-Wan's articulation, his head is not only on a ball joint, as you guys can see right there, but his head also is on a hinge. The hinge allows for a lot of movement up and down, and then you've got the addition of the ball joint where you can get a lot of movement that way as well. Shoulders are also on a ball hinge joint. They rotate out, forward and back. Nice bend in the elbow, which also rotates at the forearm. Rotation also in the wrist. When it comes to his waist is on a swivel. And as we've discussed already, the legs go forward, back, out via the ball hinge. There's a little, see that right there? There's a little ball joint. Actually, it's just a straight ball joint on the underside there. He has a swivel at the thigh. A nice double bend at the knee. Not that you're going to have Obi-Wan posed necessarily like this, but you can do that if you want. And then he also has a hinge in the foot, which is extremely stiff. It does rotate as well, and it also pivots, which is a nice touch as well. What would make this figure good? Better, I should say. A display stand. I mean, you are teased by the fact that he has peg holes on the undersides of his feet, but he doesn't come with a display stand. Kind of a shame. They should have really come, it doesn't even really have to have anything on the stand, just a black display stand that you could have stood Obi-Wan on there. That would have been a great way to showcase the piece. At any rate, we'll give Obi-Wan, I don't even remember which hand he uses for his lightsaber. I feel like it's this hand. Seamlessly. Somebody's going to jump all over that. For a rating, overall pretty happy with the figure. I think I'm going to give Obi Wan Kenobi an 8.5. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Star Wars, the Black Series. I believe this was number 8, Obi Wan Kenobi. And also Spot picked this up from the folks over at Toots Toys. And above and beyond that, if you guys are looking to get one of these guys yourself, Spot will be giving away one extra Obi Wan Kenobi. I actually got 2, so this one is going to stay in my collection, but if you guys want a brand new Obi Wan Kenobi sent to your door, all you have to do is let me know down below who your favorite Star Wars character is and why. Doesn't have to necessarily be from Star Wars Episode 3, like Obi-Wan here. It could be from Episode 4, it could be from any one of the movies. Just let me know down below. I'll pick a winner, and I'll send a brand new Obi Wan Kenobi right to your door. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look, though, Star Wars, the Black Series, Obi Wan Kenobi from Episode 3. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. And as for the winner of this, Spot's going to probably draw in about 2 weeks' time, so stay tuned for that. See you guys next time.